Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Alien Addict. This is the show where we discuss all things UFOs and aliens to the paranormal, and our pursuit into the mysteries or the unexplained. Welcome on in. So yes, I know Freya Atlas is in the domain in ufology at the moment, but I have to admit, and it's one thing I'm going to bring up, it's the more of the silence from NASA, the more I go, something's a bit odd. We're just going to discuss a bit of it today, but it's going to be a mixed bag, like it always is. But anyway, I hope everyone is having a good Friday. Right, that intro, I'm trying to be inspirational. I don't know. Do you know what, Alan Watts? I need to get to Alan Watts because there's something that happened this week. Let's get through chat first, because the first thing that I did for the past 2 live streams I've done is that the fact that I bitched about my tuff. Yes, I'll get to it in a minute. All right. Mark G, happy Friday, brother. Welcome on in. But yeah, I was trying to be like Alan Watts. He puts me in a really good mindset. You know, if you listen to him, he's very philosophical. Is that right? Is that the right word? Anyway, Science Evidence Fringe. How's it going, brother? Nice to see you. John Strokes. Rebecca, you're back. Finally, you're back. I hope you're doing well. And yes, we've missed you dearly. And it's so good to have you back in the community. And yeah, it's really good to see you. And yeah, I hope you're doing well. And yeah, we've been sending emails back and forth, making sure that you're okay. Okay, it's not like we've forgotten about you. It's just to make sure you're okay. But yeah, it's so good to see you, Rebecca. And we'll have a little catch up soon. Pins up 24-7. Is that right? How's it going? Nice to see you. Nice to see you. What else we got in chat here? Steve White. Was that the intro, mate? WTF? Is that it? I don't know. It was all over the place, wasn't it? Me with the blowers, one thing. Hey, One True Saxon. Happy 420. Oh my God, does my eyes look like it? Because it's been it's been mushroom hunting and edibles, which is lovely. Hey Marcus, nice to see you. And Rotary Matrix. Actually, Rotary, thank you for sending me stuff on X, because it's good content to bring up. So yes, much appreciated, brother. Hope you're doing well. Corbell's cat, nice to see you. I think that's everyone. Go all the way back down. Someone's coming through Rumble. I don't think you can see it, but I think it might be a troll. I tell you what, the amount of bots that are on Rumble is unbelievable. Paul, how's it going, brother? And Sadie, nice to see you. Nice to see you. So let's bring up today's topic, because obviously throughout Atlas, it's pretty much more or less clickbait than anything else, isn't it? Really, when you look at it, a very clickbaity subject. I mean, when you want to talk about Three-Eye Atlas, it's more like that, isn't it? But nevertheless, hey, John, nice to see you, brother. Happy Friday. And happy Friday to you, Paul, as well. Hope you're doing well, brother. Nice to see you. Welcome on in. So, yes, Three-Eye Atlas. I'm not going to delve too much into it because I said a lot of my theories last week, just to sort of bring you up to where my thoughts are. I was skeptical at first because everything was based upon clickbait, TikTok, X, a lot of AI nonsense, and anything that comes with AI splurred over ufology. I'm a bit like, all right, okay, let's just take a step back a little bit. But the more and more the days have gone by since the 3rd of October, where NASA shut down and we couldn't get a proper observation of Three-Eye Atlas, which was closest to Mars, and they still haven't come forward. I'm not going to dwell too much at the moment, but it's just odd. And the more things that keep coming out of it, I mean, this is mostly amateur astronomers really looking at this 24/7. And my hats go off to them because they've been doing the work, because not a lot of space agencies are really doing it. But I'm finding it more fascinating. But I'm like 50-50. I am getting quite excited because I think it's coming closest, because it's passing the sun. We'll get to it. We'll get to it. What else we got? So this is the agenda tonight. Yes, that's Three-Eye Atlas. Let's bring us over here because I can actually see properly. Right, the Panama Goo thing. I think he sent an apology thing, but I just watched it on TikTok, and it's all in Spanish, and I don't think I can bring it up anyway. But we all know it's all been debunked. He faked the whole thing, which was pretty obvious, to be honest with you. I mean, fair play. It looked pretty real, nevertheless. I have notification. Alien Addict is live. Yes. And also, a really good topic for tonight. The Todmorden UFO mystery. This is a bizarre one. We're going to get into this. This is very, very strange. So we're going to get into that. And also, just quickly, the glow that I've managed to track in the sky, which you've kindly put some very nice comments on my Cosmic Twilights that basically all say, look, it's coming from a light source, which is Stadium Flats. We'll get to it just briefly. And secondly, a bit of paranormal and UFO footage as well. That I'm not too sure. It looks quite cool, isn't it? Might be a lens flare. Anyway, we'll get to that. And obviously an update from James, the intergalactic metallic dildo. Yes, we'll get to that as well. Bless his heart. And oh God, look at him. He looks bloody knackered, the poor bastard. Look at him. It's just yes, Heine Musan, we shall get to him as well. Hey, Benjamin, Banning Music. Nice to see you, brother. Nice to see you. Yeah, oh mate, it's so hard to avoid the AI. It's rampant. I'm going to show you another thumbnails of put a combination together because it's just horrendous. And because you know me, guys, I'll always look for UFO updates, and it's pretty much goes for like Facebook pages, and it is riddled. Isn't it right, Bob Lazar? It is riddled with rocket balloons and fake AI stuff. It's riddled with it, brother. Hope you're doing well, Bob. Nice to see you. Happy Friday. So yeah, this is did I say hello to you, Paul? I think I did. Yeah, we'll get to Heidi Musan. Bless his eye. It looks fucking knackered, doesn't he? Poor bastard. Right, where's the thingy majiggy for me to turn it? Right. Okay, right. First things first. So who said to man? I think it was you, Sophia. You said to me to man up, and I did. So I had my wisdom tooth taken out. Well, first of all, I didn't look like that when I came out of it. All right. So I've been complaining. The pain was horrendous, and I eventually went private. Really, really good dentist, and he said, "Look, your tooth has to come out." The cheapest option was for me to have anesthetic, me being awake, obviously, not being put to sleep. The manly way of doing it, and I actually did it. So Tuesday, as I'm being a complete pussy, I was a pussy. Went to the dentist. I was shaking. My missus was there with me, and I said, "Look, a bit traumatized having this done. I'm going to explain to you just quickly the brief experience that I had. This is the back tooth, adult back tooth, the wisdom tooth. All right, it was big, but it was cracked and needed to come out because it was causing me pain." So she numbed it. I saw that they said the injection is that big. No, it was that big. But anyway, they put gel on it. They numbed it. I felt just a slight prick from the injection. They had to put 5 injections in. From the pain scale of having it literally ripped out, from 0 to 10, literally 0. The only thing that was uncomfortable is that she literally had to push she had tweezers, like these big prongs, literally push it in and twist. and it was literally pushing down on my jaw. Fuck, that hurt a little bit. So it feels like I've been punched in the mouth. So it's happened Tuesday, so I'm a bit healing. And I heard a crack. I was like, oh, fucking hell. Oh, my God. So you actually split the tooth in half and then eventually pull it out in 2 pieces. And it was done. But honestly, I didn't feel anything. It's just uncomfortable. But I had Alan Watts, who I played in the beginning, on really loud. So this is why I played it as a bit of an inspiration. But he had kept my mind at ease. But honestly, if you got a problem with your wisdom tooth, it needs to be taken out. Honestly, it don't hurt as long as they numb it. And I had 5 injections, and I didn't even feel the injections going in. But it's out. I've got a big gap. I'm sorry. I probably like dry mouth, like unbelievable at the moment. I have to rinse my mouth out with like salty water, and I get wicked dry mouth. So I haven't smoked anything today. I've been on CBD gummies, which has been helping a lot. So yeah, it's out. I was a big boy, and it's actually out. A bit uncomfortable, but yeah, the pain. If you don't take any of these codeine and sponsor me for Christ's sake, ibuprofen and codeine for Christ's sake, you've been a miracle. But it's probably not good for the liver anyway. But let's move on from that. But yes, it's out. Thank God. Hopefully, it won't be any more pain. But yeah, I didn't look like that. Bless her heart. Anyway, moving on. I've been mushroom hunting today. Look at this. Look at all these mushrooms I've been picking. That looks like a knob. Going to be honest with you. I found like last little rose I'm seeing. Don't know what you popped up in there. A bit of cyclamen. Yeah, look at this, right? I've been walking around finding like these dead tree stumps, and look at the mushrooms. They're everywhere. All different types. That was in the X-Files episode. Remember that? You can't breathe in the spores. It like explodes. It's like trillions of spores come out, and apparently it could give you like horrendous like hallucinations, or just give you like severe diarrhea or something like that. But yeah, look all the mushrooms I've been finding today. I don't think you could actually eat them. Who knows? But they do look delicious. I'm just showing. Look, I mean, look at it. It's loads. It's huge. It's very incredible. All right, enough mushrooms. Right, there we go. So anyway, let's go back to. Oh, actually, let's go off to. What have I got here first? So yeah, that has been my day, pretty much hunting mushrooms. Yeah, just briefly, what I found quite interesting, right? I was trying to think of what was my first UFO book I ever collected. And this was going back in late 90s when I was living back with the parents. I was collecting like UFO magazines. Well, my mum would buy me UFO magazines. I was trying to think, what was the first UFO book I ever got? And I think, yeah, I didn't see any magic mushrooms, just the ones that could probably kill you or give you severe diarrhea, or edible. I don't know, but I'm not going to go there, to be honest with you. Anyway, I think, if I remember rightly, I don't have it anymore, but I think it was this one here. World UFOs, Colin Wilson. And in here, which I'd like to do a follow-up some other time, it has the man himself, if I can find it. Bear with me. But yeah, it's perfect for like mushroom hunting. Oh man, I can't find it. But Uri Geller's in here. There's a little extract in it, which I found was quite interesting. But yeah, I think this might have been it from 1991. I remember it was like the late 90s. I remember going to this like old UFO bookstore. Actually, it wasn't the UFO bookstore. It's called the Old Bookstore. And it was like, it's a bit like Black Books. If you ever watched that TV series, it's a bit like that. And I remember going in and saying, have you got any books on UFOs? It must have been like 9 years old. And I think it was this one here. And I only got this recently. So I think it might have been it. Not too sure. But it gives me a blast from the past, as one would say. Yes. Oh, dude, I was going to say, yeah, please contact me on Alien Addict podcast at gmail.com. And you can find me on there. Oh my God, my eyes. Holy shit. Chinese ass, man. Woo. Yes. Oh my God, one true Saxon. But yeah, contact me on that, brother. And yeah, I'll be interested to see, because there is. Could you remember what the book's called? Could you put it in chat? just be interested to see. But yeah, by all means, man, contact me on that, man, and we'll sort something out. Yes, actually, Rebecca, what I was planning to do is I'm going to change the setup. I'm actually going to buy like a Victorian bookcase. I had it in mind because you can get them out like pretty cheap these days. I'm going to have that behind me, so it's going to be all like I quite like wooden Victorian style, like furnish. So I want to go down that sort of. Marcus Fishlock, how's it going, brother? So I was going to get that as a background. So I might do that in due time anyway. Oh my God, my eyes. Bloody hell. Woo! But I think it would look quite good because it's taking a lot of room and I've got a load of magazines that are sitting on the floor here, which I do put up on my desk, but I just like running out of space here. So it makes it ideal to have a bookshelf. So things will change within time. Chilster, nice to see you, brother. Nice to see you. Oh, okay. Flying saucers out of the world. Right. Okay. Let me write this down. Because my brain at the moment from outer space. Thank you, One True Saxon. Yeah. Contact me on that email, brother, and we'll sort something out. Awesome. Ratey tight. Well, first things first, as one would say in my current language. We're well known for speaking like pirates and farmers, as one would say. What have we got here first? Okay, well, let's talk about 3i Atlas and get out of the way. Okay, let's bring up a picture so you know what 3i Atlas actually looks like. Actually looks like that. Dream on, baby. Anyway, nevertheless, I find it interesting. I'm not going to bash it, but the more and more the silence makes me go, So I'm going to bring my notes about this. So we're kind of going back to NASA. Why they're still silent. It's been over 10 days now, and they still haven't released any good quality pictures. What I find baffling about NASA, that they haven't produced any good photographs of UFOs, UAPs, anything odd phenomenon in the sky. They've got satellites everywhere. They've got the International Space Station. They've got cameras literally surveilling the whole space, James Telescope and all that. And they don't have a clear-cut photograph of a UFO in the sky. I mean, if you go back to like Gary McKinnon, when he actually hacked into NASA and he went into this department where they were having this, I think where they store the photographs, and he said he actually brought up a photograph or looks like this dome-shaped craft with these like lights on it. Don't quote me on that. Actually, we can actually bring it up. And I think they have something, but they're not telling us. But the more and more the silence, I'm going, something's, I mean, I don't really trust NASA anyway. Bear in mind, I was kind of going by the fact that their funding was discontinued for a short period of time, just on the right period when 3i Atlas was going closest to Mars itself, which was a bit odd, I have to admit. But there's been some odd stuff after that. So, yeah, I would agree, Paul. The best stuff is from the amateurs who've actually got looking at. I mean, they don't have like massive, powerful telescopes. Actually, no, I'm bullshitting here. They do have very powerful telescopes, but nothing like NASA actually has, especially ones actually going in space. Because you would have thought that NASA would actually been on this case to say, look, it's just a comet. But the more the silence, the more I'm going, someone's up here. So I must excuse my my reading today, because it's not going to be reading. My reading is going to be my forte, I should say. So the data, I suggest that 3i Atlas is over. This is like the new news that's basically come out on this, and this is from amateurs who actually studied this object. And I have to admit, the way it's traveling amongst, we'll get to it. So basically, the new data is suggesting that 3i Atlas is over. I don't want to see me reading. So 3i Atlas is over 33 billion tons in pure nickel, and it has no traces of iron, which is completely unusual to any sort of comet that's been traveling through our solar system. So that 3i Atlas is the most puzzling object that is literally passing our solar system at the moment. I have to admit, that's never been seen before. Maybe it's like a new discovery in science, but what a comet actually does, just sort of throwing it out there, but that's more like a mainstream sort of avenue, really. So according to my research that I've been doing, it's actually turned out to be flat, like the Millennium Falcon, right? or a sheet of like 4x2 or 2x4, one would say, something like that. So it's actually flat, and it's emitting a strange glow that is obviously changing color, and it's actually mimicking like the sunlight, but it's actually reflecting. It's not. Sorry, I should say it's not in a way reflecting the sunlight. It's actually giving like a pure glow from within, and this is a bit strange. I understand that comets do glow quite brightly, but from the images that I've seen from amateurs so far, it looks completely different to what we've been seeing previously in the past. I mean, the two other objects that came into our solar system, the interstellar objects, which was the Borisov and Muamua. So this one is completely different. Obviously, it's a lot bigger, which we've never really seen before. So it does appear that light is emitting from within the craft, and obviously it's not really reflecting light, like I just mentioned. However, the object is shedding plasma from its base, and that's just, I don't think comets do that from my research anyway. Again, I'm not like a total expert into this, and just like reading the stuff that is just primarily quite odd, really. That's like never really been seen before in comets. So 3i Atlas does challenge our understanding of what we thought we knew about interstellar objects, and obviously this sort of baffles the mind of physics and space matter alone. So there's so many strange stuff going on with 3i Atlas, I have to admit. Look, in one way it could be just a comet that just happened to have different minerals that would never really been seen before. But you would have thought the amount of satellites and telescopes we've been having in space, we've never really seen anything quite like this on its size. And the fact is actually changing, it's actually traveling in a completely different direction. It just goes to show that it could be, when they say extraterrestrial, I mean, it's more, think, Nick, come out of your consciousness state of relaxation and think. It's just a trajectory where it's going. It's just a bit unusual. So I stay open-minded. I have to be, but the more and more I sort of look into that, the more I'm going, actually, the silence from NASA, it doesn't really help it. Do I have videos to bring up? Maybe. But I have to admit, I mean, there's one thing that Paul mentioned, is that there's a lot of like AI. I'm going to show you exactly what I mean. I think I got it here. Let's have a look. I think I brought this up last time. Where are you to? Right. Okay. This is what I mean. Because I try to find the best content, but I don't want to judge too much on 3i Atlas. Like I said, I have the restaurant method. I sit down in a restaurant. I don't like crowded places, but I get to have the feel. I get to observe people, and I get the feeling of the room. So in one way, what I'm trying to say in my state that I am in the moment is that I analyze what information I'm coming across and saying, right, what is actually making more sense? Am I going down the ufology route and saying that this is extraterrestrial craft like this? I mean, this is the bloody thumbnails that are coming out. It's just like, oh, it's just never bloody ending. Do you know what I mean? It's, in one way, it's almost pushing people to believe that this is an extraterrestrial craft, and it's just the thumbnails are horrendous. Like I said, this takes like 5 minutes to make and upload with a description, literally everything. And this is ufology, and it is cluttered with it. So, like I said, guys, I'm not going to delve too much on 3i Atlas. If there's any more ground-breaking information, there are plenty of videos that can explain it better more than I am. So, in one way, I stay open-minded. Hey, Stu Pop, having a good holiday. Nice to see you. And yeah, welcome on in. Happy Friday. I'm going to try to read the best that I can. Is that an object in another multi-universe, which can be seen now? A good point. Was proving it is the other thing. But as we got our eyes to the skies or eyes into space, I'm really reliant on amateur astronomers, which pretty much delve into. And one word, did I say hello to you? I don't know if I did, man, but happy Friday. Welcome on in. But I'm going to rely more on YouTube channels on this because they're the ones that's really doing the work. I know it's just the picture of it. I just want a really good clear-cut picture. And the more and more NASA stay silent, the more and more I'm going, hold on, you're doing a very typical NASA thing. And I don't know why people was getting their hopes up in the first place, but just to have their station shut down. I mean, this was a specific... I do have notes here. I bring out like a load of information. I don't think I have. Hold on. I don't have it. Or do I? I am not going to read that. I am not in a state of mind to read anything. I need to show videos on this one. Do apologize. But there are plenty of videos online where you can find more information on the 3i Atlas, which I don't have in my inventory. But anyway, don't get too cluttered by this. Don't get too cluttered, my friends. Hey, Brando, nice to see you, brother. Welcome on in. Nice to see you. So yeah, but nevertheless, I'm 50-50. I remain open-minded. Absolutely, 100%. Saxon, what do you think, brother? I think it's an asteroid. That's it. It also has unusual grifter saying in ET bullshitter. Yeah, this seems to be a very recurring theme, I should say, with this one. It seems to be very much in ufology. It's a bit like that and drones. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. If you're here for drone talk, I'm going to talk about drones at all. I find it boring, man. I'm going to be honest with you. They're just like mini helicopters. Like, fucking who cares? You know, if it was such a big deal, why not they shooting them out of the ground? Sorry, shooting them from the sky out of the ground. Am I making sense? No, I'm not. Just shoot the bloody things out the sky. That's what I'm trying to say. But they haven't been done. I haven't really seen anything like that. I mean, I've seen a few videos, but not from America. I think there might be like commercial drones that have been flying out, like me and you can buy. So drones, not going to go there. It's all too up in the air at the moment. Here's the Germans, brother. They're out there. Jesus Christ. Oh man, this is it, bro. It's sister Sophia. It's yeah, those CBD gummies are amazing, I have to admit. And yeah, right, videos. Is it that obvious? Right, so I was going to bring up the Panama thing. I'm going to skip that because it's all in Spanish, but I want to get to the main topic of today. I have seen this case been bruising about on YouTube. I'm going to bring it up now. Well, there's two videos. One of them I got copyrighted. Right. Okay. So what I'm going to say, this is for fair use, entertainment purposes, and all links are in description. There's two videos I want to play. One of them is Strange But True. Could anybody remember Strange But True back in the day? About mid-90s, ITV. Fuck it. 12 feet tall. How's it going, brother? Nice to see you. Welcome on in. Welcome on in. Yeah, not yet, mate. I'm still waiting for the aliens to wake up and turn up. Would be nice. No, sorry, man. I didn't see that one. Sorry. Chat goes like crazy, brother. But yeah, I'll catch up with that one. So yeah, let's bring up. Okay, right. First things first. If you're actually watching this in the future, and there's a slight cut, it's because I actually removed this video. But nevertheless, let's bring it up. All links are in description, and we're going to thank here. Oh, this is Eyes on Cinema. I will be fine with this one. It's the other one that I would like to play as well. But anyway, all links are in description, and this is fair use purposes only. So we're going to get to this case. I find this absolutely fascinating. Let's bring this up a bit bigger because I'm watching from the future. There you are. Oh dear. I'm from the future, brother. Sad but true. It's strange but true. But sad but true. Yes, absolutely. So basically, this was a program or series in mid-90s on ITV in UK, and it shows like mysterious
things like UFOs, ghosts, mysterious events, and etc., etc. So this one here, I find it quite interesting because it's to do somewhere that's actually quite local, and this is called the Todmorden UFO mystery: the disappearance and death of Zygmundo Amzamski, June 1980. So I'd like to thank our Eyes on Cinema. Oh my God, Nick. And this is a very fascinating case. So link is in the description. This is fair use only. And yeah, happy 420. Let's do it.
Metropolitan Police Force.
It's Darth Vader.
Meet Alan Godfrey, a British police officer in the West Yorkshire Metropolitan Police Force. Alan, born and raised in this working-class neighborhood near the moors, is married and the father of 2 children. He has been commended twice for his investigative work in cases of sudden and mysterious deaths. Alan is proud to be a policeman and proud of his accomplishments. His story began 14 years ago when Alan was looking for 3 men suspected of brutally assaulting someone the night before.
Headquarters, this is PC Godfrey. I've located the 3 suspects outside a pub. It's called the Carpenter Arms. I'm going to take them into custody. Send backup.
Do you know what? I think Heartbeat was on the same time or before or after this. Was on ITV, if I remember. Actual real program, believe it or not. Doing well.
I was kicked in the groin area, as a result of which later on I did lose a testicle.
Let's go.
Make your
Oh,
very
no,
own
I've got-
monster.
What kind of monster do you want to build?
A cute monster.
Oh,
The police surgeon explained that Alan would require...
sorry, did you say you lost a testicle?
The police surgeon explained...
I did lose a testicle.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
The police surgeon explained that Alan would require a long period of recuperation.
You're going to need a lot of rest.
Wait, what did they bring that up?
He was both physically and psychologically devastated and was told he would no longer be able to have a normal sex life.
Oh, why are they bringing
I
this
was
up?
also told I would never, I'm definitely been sterile for the rest of my life. I would not be able to
What?
father children again.
Alan finally returned to active duty. 3 years later, he was called to the scene of a mysterious death.
Well, I didn't mean to laugh. I don't understand why they would bring it up in this. It's nothing to do with the UFO counter. You just get to the UFO stuff. Hey, Saggy Paul, nice to see you, brother.
Looks like we got a murder on our hands.
Right, I'll call it in.
Hold on.
What was strange about the guy?
All right, what's loud? Is it too loud? The video too loud? Okay, I might ask me if it's too loud, guys. I'll turn it down for you. Hey, Green Tea, nice to see you. Where are you two? Hold on a minute. Where are you two, Green Tea? Hey, there you go. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. And happy Friday. Happy Friday. Yes. So this guy here lost his bollock. Sorry. It's okay. It's all good. Kind of loud. All right. No worries. I tell you what, I'm just going to bring it down slightly because sometimes I don't know, guys. Do apologize. Right. Let's do this.
He was wearing a top coat, but he wasn't wearing a shirt. He was wearing a string vest. You know?
Hey, Puffo.
His jacket had been fastened unevenly at the top here. His trousers and the fly was undone on the trousers. His shoes appeared that he hadn't put them on himself. They hadn't been tied properly.
At 10 a.m., the body was not there, according to the owner of the coal yard. An off-duty officer had been present at 1:30 p.m. and found nothing unusual.
I thought it was.
Later that afternoon, the body was discovered, and subsequent tests proved he had been dead for at least 8 hours. So the question remained, where had he died? And how did he get to the top of the coal pile?
It's a really odd case with this.
Say this guy died of shock. Where the hell are these burn marks from?
There was a strange substance on the back of the dead man's neck, which the forensic pathologist proceeded to analyze.
The guy, although he died of a heart attack, the heart attack had been brought on by something that really, really terrified him.
Like Rebecca said, he was like literally gently placed on top of the coal. And the fact there was no literally, I mean, if you stand in coal, if it's like, is you're going to have like track marks everywhere, you know, footprints everywhere on it. But there was nothing, absolutely nothing. It was literally gently placed on top of this coal. There was no, even like tower, oh my God, car tire marks. Oh my God, Nick, shut up.
The victim was identified as Zygmunt Adamski.
The coroner wanted the police to ascertain why this guy had turned up some 30 or 40 miles from his home, where he'd been for 6 days, where the burn marks had come from. More importantly, what was the substance that had been applied to the guy's wound at the back of the neck? Because the substance could not be identified as anything known on Earth.
The police were further baffled. There were no footprints leading to where the body was found.
This is really important to remember this. The fact that the guy climbed a stack of coal, well, supposedly climbed a stack of coal, if he had got there under normal power, was suffering from a heart condition in inclement weather as it was, and to lie there on the top and just look at the sky and die is ridiculous.
Hey,
Oh
stop
my
playing with your
God.
fanny pack.
Fanny pack?
You need the new 300.
But it wasn't just Alan Godfrey's supposed abduction that intrigued ufologists. The investigators also discovered a connection to another unsolved local mystery, one they believed could have extraterrestrial origins. 6 months before his UFO sighting, Alan Godfrey and colleague Malcolm Agley had received a call about a body found at a local coal yard.
He received a radio message that found a body at Todmorden railway station, so I attended with PC Alan Godfrey.
I sort of instinctively tells you there's something not right. You know, you come across dead bodies all the time, it sounds like, but you do. And he was lying on his back, just staring up into the sky.
There's no disturbance of the coal, you know, to say how he got there. You just can't explain it at all.
And it was being treated as a crime scene. I think everybody at that stage thought it was a crime. That's how obvious it was. Why would a man climb a stack of coal, lie down on his back on top and die?
The body was that of a Polish emigre named Zygmunt Adamski, a former miner who'd moved to the UK after the Second World War and had settled in Wakefield, 20 miles from where he was
Ray Clay
found.
too. Nice to see you.
I don't
Friday,
think
brother.
he died there. I think he'd been put there.
Well.
It looked to me as if he had anyway.
The evidence was inconclusive.
You'd expect if somebody had been lying on the belly or climbed up the coal, it'd be covered in coal dust. It'd been raining, it'd stick to him like glue. There was no visual coal on him, on the front of him, anywhere. Either on his face or anything. And he had these black marks that transpired to be burn marks round the back of the head. And there was one at the nape of the neck here, like an open wound, like a blistering wound, and it had an ointment applied to it.
Yeah, if you think it's like a a revenge murder. It just doesn't seem like it just makes sense just to shoot the guy dead and just to place on top of the coals. I mean, I put him on top of the bloody coal pile anyway is a bit odd, I'll have to admit. But this is still unsolved. Very strange. But I want to see if there's links to aliens. This is it.
We just thought it was strange, you know, that he had these injuries and this sort of green ointment, which
probably, mate,
nothing I've seen before at all. You know, it just seems strange and a bit unnatural, really.
Zygmunt Adamski had gone missing after a shopping trip. There was no suggestion that he'd planned to disappear, and he was known as a loving family man with no obvious enemies. The autopsy confirmed that Adamski had died of a heart attack. Whatever the truth behind Adamski's death, which remains unsolved, Alan Godfrey's association with it was to turn him into a UFO celebrity.
Yeah, things are odd, but it's to immediately link it to aliens and UFOs. Just trying to get that angle. But I have to admit, it's very odd.
I did nearly 27 years in the police, and it's the one thing that I've never really got to the bottom of, and it is bizarre, and it's always been there at the back of my mind. There's just no explanation for it at all.
Nobody has ever been charged in relation to the death of Zygmunt Adamski, and the strange ointment which covered his burns has never been identified. The Adamski story was picked up by Sunday Mirror journalist John Sheard. Although more used to covering Northern Ireland and the trial of the Yorkshire Ripper, he recognised the opportunity for an exclusive.
I sat down and tried to write it as straight as I could. I didn't want it to sound over-sensational, because it was already a very sensational story. What I didn't know was that when it hit the streets that Sunday as the front page lead, was the incredible reaction that would happen. I'm talking about literally thousands of letters, hundreds of phone calls. I began to realise that this was a story that, even though I was still a bit iffy about it, had gripped millions of people throughout the world.
John Sheard soon discovered PC Alan Godfrey's involvement with the Adamski case, and the later claims made under hypnosis that he'd been the subject of an alien abduction.
I've been a journalist for 50 years and covered quite a few rather strange stories, but the Alan Godfrey story is undoubtedly the most astonishing thing I ever covered.
So it was practically, well, it's hard to say who's really pushing this scenario, the UFO angle. This, I mean, you got to think in the 1980s. Okay, I wasn't born then. I was born in 89. So were they the same tactics they're using back then compared to what it is now in terms of pushing propaganda? Because this is the other thing, is what was their motive back in the 1980s? And the only way you can kind of track that back is either buying newspaper reports or the magazines that I got here. You know, you want to go through the old school way of finding how was UFO stories promoted. And it seems from what I'm seeing here, might be wrong in this one, is practically through the mainstream media. Because, yeah, I mean, look, you didn't have the internet back then. So it was newspaper reports, conferences, books, magazines. That's the source of information they were getting back then. And that's how that misinformation and that information, whether or not it's true or not, spreads.
What made Alan's story so special from my point of view was the fact that A, he was a serving policeman, and one expects them to be fairly straightforward in recording facts. And of course it came on the heels of the Adamski story and a very strange inquest. Individually, they were good pieces, but when you add the two together and a possible connection, you've got dynamite.
At the time, Alan Godfrey's story captured the public imagination. Whatever the truth behind it, it's become one of Britain's classic UFO cases.
Get 25 hours of free electricity when you download the U-Switch app. How's that for a power up?
Sorry, guys.
U-Switch.
Oh,
download the app now.
No, thank you. Oh, it's another one.
Your card offered you benefit.
Shh. Go away, ads. So sorry. Oh, that's it. Okay, never mind. Nevertheless, very strange, a very, very odd case. Let's bring me up. Where is it to? There you go. I'm back. I'm back. So there is one more video I can play of that. I'm going to risk it for a biscuit because it kind of reminds me of when I was a kid. Sod it. Let's just do it. Let's bring it up anyway. It's to do with the same case, same video, but this is actually, excuse me, Strange But True. Remember Strange But True? I thought it was worth playing. I was actually going to play this first. But, yeah, let's put this up. Let's put this up instead. Okay. Oh. Well, Rebecca. Sophia. I called you Rebecca again. Sophia, sit back, relax. And we'll just listen to like 5 minutes of this. Because I do have other stuff to talk about. Let's just go through quickly. So, yeah, cool. All right. Just quickly. And this is for fair use only. I'm going to stop this one. Yes, that is my, well, that's what they call me. God bless them, Ollie and Lee. I hope they're doing well, man. I do pop in and listen to them. But you're from the Daily Conspiracy Podcast. Yes, all right. Give them a shout out. Hold on, where's my cursor? Yes, the Daily Conspiracy Podcast. I have been on, and I will be on at some point, whenever they need me. Oh, yeah, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays they go. Talking all things conspiracies, like no restriction. Yes, Daily Conspiracy Podcast on Spotify and Rumble. And that is where you can find Ollie and Lee. And maybe me. Hey, but nice to see you, Anthony. Hope you're doing well. And yes, that is my name. If you want to call me that, welcome. But nice to see you. Happy Friday. And yeah, let's just. Sorry if it's repeating the same information, guys. But yeah, I just want a chilled one. You know, I've got some other stuff to play. This was really, really sad. Sorry for stopping. There's one thing I noticed. Right, when I went to Wales, when I went camping, I passed a lot of these like. So when you go like these country roads, you see like these old family pubs and restaurants, like they're all family owned. I must have passed 7 of them and they're all shut down. I was counting each one, all boarded up. I was like, fuck. It's something to do with the pub tax or something like that. And it was so sad to see. I was literally counting it. Like 1, 2, and like all these family owned places, like the villagers will basically own like a family owned restaurant, pub. All closing down. Sorry for stopping, guys. Sorry, but yeah, I'm actually planning to do a bit more because I've got more old school content to find. We'll get to that a little bit later. I want to sort of discuss where I'm taking Alien Addict a bit further, but don't worry, there'll be more content. And yeah. But if you want to see, but you're the OG back in the day, yeah, back when Rich was on. That's a fair few years ago. Yeah, you think the years. Like 1 year like lasts forever when it actually goes really, really quick. But everyone says, oh no, my time period was great. Like people back in the 90s, people back in the 70s and 80s. Doesn't really matter what time period. When you're a kid, you think it was like the best era ever, really, when you look at it. But I know the 90s was something a bit different, I have to admit. And it all started changing quite, I don't know, for like 2010 or after 2012. That's a good time. But actually, come to think about it, I think when the time changed, for me, what I noticed was 2001. After 9/11, I'm not joking. That's when it changed. Like something changed in because they say that the year 2000 is where the cosmic change is supposed to happen. It's not. It's actually 2001. That is the time of the new age of Aquarius. I know it's like a really like strange stuff that was happening back in 2001. Yes, obviously 9/11, which was like a really, really huge, massive event that people, well, the young generation don't really know about. But I clearly remember like the sort of the aftermath of that, like the weapons of mass destruction. It led to a lot of it changed everything. Might be wrong on that. 2001, and then 2012 happened, and then maybe another cosmic change, but does it lead to the shit show that we are in now? Most probably. Actually, no, I blame social media. Oh my God, chat's going absolutely crazy. But yeah, that's just my thought. I think 9/11, that's where everything after that changed. Guys, is the stream gone down? Is the stream... Oh, dear. Okay, guys, right. I might have to... Okay. Stream's ended. Right, bollocks. Okay. I'll start a new one. Right, end stream. Right, I'll start up a new one. People on Rumble,